All right, guys, let's get into some NBA picks and props for Thursday, May 2nd slate of games. Trey, let's take a look at that leaderboard. Have you start us off?
Yeah, guys, I am 0-0 at the moment. That is because I gave out the Dallas Mavericks minus 2.5 going up against the Clippers. That game has not started yet, but I have a lot of confidence in Dallas here. It's a big game 5.
Yeah, Celtics minus 14 against the Heat. I didn't give myself a win yet. They're up by 30. Anything can happen. The Heat culture, I guess people say. They're not dead yet. You know, it's a 30-point game. We've still got 16 minutes left to play, 4 minutes left in the third. So anything can happen, but it's looking really good right now for Boston. Trey, let's go to the props. Have you start us off?
Yeah, guys, I am 0-0 here. That's because I gave out Kyrie Irving over 25.5 points going up against the Clippers. Like I said, game has not started, but Kyrie, he'll sauce some people up.
Cash cow, Derek White, over 15.5 points, scared some people off. How about 15 in the first 9 minutes this time? He's got 22 right now in the game with 4 minutes left in the third quarter. He just continues to impress. 1-0 day for myself. Trey, let's go to the game picks for tomorrow. Have you start us off?
Yeah, guys, I'm excited to talk about this game. It's going to be the Milwaukee Bucks going up against the Indiana Pacers. And I feel like this is going to be a very entertaining game to watch. Closeout games are always entertaining, and the Bucks backs, they're definitely up against the wall. And they responded in game 5 with a massive win. I'm going to take the Bucks here, not to cover the +8. Instead, I'm going to take the Bucks over their team total, which is set at 103.5. I just feel like this is just, far too low a point total for what we're going to see from the Bucks in this game, and especially from what we've seen from them all series long. Wow, it's at minus 102, or it's at over 102.5 now, which I love even more. I'm not so sure if they're going to win or cover this game, but they have easily hit this over so far this series. They've hit this number in every game. They're 5-0 to over 103.5, now at 102.5. The Bucks, they're averaging 112.6 points per game so far this series. Yes, the Pacers, they can score some points at will, but their defense is and has always been this regular season and postseason a massive question mark. During the regular season, they allowed an average of 119.8 points per game, which is the third highest in the NBA. And that's because they allowed opponents to shoot 49.6% from the field. So almost half their opponents' shots went in the bucket. That is great news for our over in the Bucks. Yes, Lillard and Giannis, they're both out for this game, but the others have been showing up. They believe that they could beat this young, high-flying Pacers team. And if they beat the Pacers in this game, Dame and Giannis, they might come back a little bit better than ever. Giannis, he might be out for the series, but Dame, he might come back in a massive game 6, game 7. I'll put my faith in Middleton, Portis, and Lopez in this game. If they can each score 20-plus points in this game, and then the others can just fill in where they're needed. Give me the over 102.5 total points in the Bucks versus Pacers game.
Trey, real quick, is Giannis 100% out?
Yeah, he's 100% out. Injury report says mid-May for him.
Damn, he was game time decision, I thought, in the last game, so that sucks, man. All right, I like the plays there. For mock play today, looking at the other game, the New York Knicks going up against the Philadelphia 76ers in a game 6 matchup back home for the 76ers. I'm going to take minus 3.5 at home for the Sixers to force a game 7. This series has been everything and more for the NBA fans. It feels like every single game has come down to the wire in this series. All these games so far decided by single digits. The last game, it was an all-time matchup. Tyrese Maxey having the best performance of his career, sending that game to overtime. That's why we have the game number 6 back at Philly. I feel like I've got to take the home team in this one. We deserve 7 games between these two teams. I'm actually very surprised we haven't seen a fight break out because Joel Embiid has been very questionable with some of his fouls over the last 3 or 4 games. Cameron Payne basically tackled Jalen Brunson when he was driving to the lane the last game. Tempers, they're on the edge. Everything's starting to bubble up here. If the Philadelphia 76ers are up in this game late in the fourth quarter, I just feel like something's going to break out. We're going to see how much the Philadelphia 76ers want to win this series because we have to lay 3.5 in this one. The Knicks all series long have shown they're the grittier team, and I do think, Trey, the difference is going to be the Philadelphia fans. They got clowned in the last home game. New York Knicks fans out-cheered them, I guess you can say. They filled up the stadium more. I think the Philadelphia 76ers fans are going to be electric in this one. The electric fire for the 76ers are going to get it done. Give me the Phillies minus 3.5 as the play. Trey, let's go to the player props. Have you start us off.
Yeah, guys, I'm going to be taking Kelly Oubre Jr. here, and I'm going to take him to go over 16.5 PRs against the Knicks. I love this over for Oubre in this game. We're going to see him have a great game here and try to force a game 7 in New York. Kelly, he is coming into this game with some negative momentum, though. So far this series, Oubre, he has averaged 11.8 points and 4.6 rebounds per game. That is only 16.4 PRs, which is right at this number. But I do expect him to go over 20 plus PRs in this game, though. That's because historically, that's what we've seen for Oubre going up against the Knicks. Over his last 10 games against New York, Oubre, he's averaged 20.6 PRs per game, which is well over this number. We're going to see Oubre continue to leave everything out there on the court, just like he did in the massive Game 5 last time out, where he finished with 18 PRs over this number. I also expect Kelly to crash a glass throughout this game. Embiid, he is a little bit hampered now. He can't jump as high as he's used to, can't reach up to grab the boards. So I think Kelly's going to try to help him out there and let us hit the over here. So give me Kelly Oubre Jr. to go over 16.5 PRs against the Knicks.
Yep, really like that play there for you. For my player prop, Jalen Brunson, over 34.5 points going up against the 76ers. If you remember the breakdown that Josh Hart gave a couple days ago, gave out in game number 5, I said the 76ers are going to try to double-team Jalen Brunson. They double-teamed Jalen Brunson for the majority of the first quarter. Then they did it a little bit more in the second quarter. They even brought a third person sometimes. But the thing about bringing a double team on Jalen Brunson, especially in this series, is that it just doesn't matter. He's putting up one of the best performances we've seen out of any New York Knicks player in the playoffs in the first round series. Everybody's kind of getting on him for taking a lot of shots, but he's still shooting about 50% in 3 consecutive games while scoring 40-plus points in back-to-back games, 39 points in game number 3. He's now scored 126 points in the last 3 games, but he's also added 29 assists. He's doing it all. He's finding all kinds of way to put up points. He's getting himself to the free throw line. He's pulling up for mid-range jumper. He gets all the way to the basket sometimes. And in the last game, he showed that he could take a ton of threes. He shot 11 threes. He made 4 in the game. Jalen Brunson is going to try to close out this series. I don't think he's going to be able to do it. But after seeing him get double-teamed, even triple-teamed in the last game, he still put up 40 points. I'm going to take his over. I don't think he can set this high enough. Over 34.5 points as the play for myself. Trey, let's go to that graphic. How do you start us off?
Yeah, guys, I went with the Bucks to go over their 102.5 team total now against the Pacers. I love this low number here. The Bucks, they've been hitting this so far throughout this series with their backs up against the wall. They know they need to come to play, and the only thing you can do to beat the Pacers is just simply outscore them. So this is too low of a number. Also going with Kelly Oubre Jr. over 16.5 PRs against the Knicks. He's been a little bit mo-mum so far this series, but I expect him to be a little bit more mo here in this game.
Yeah, and I'm going with 76ers here, minus 3.5. I expect a really good game. I actually debated with Trey if I should take the points in this one before we got on, but I'm going to stick with the 76ers. I think the home crowd's going to show up. Then Jalen Brunson, over 34.5 points of the game. He's proven 3 consecutive games. There's not a total high enough for him, so I'm taking the over 34.5. Guys, that's going to do it for the NBA plays and props for Thursday, May 2nd slate of games. If you guys enjoy the content, please sure to drop a like in this video and subscribe to the channel below. See you guys next video, and thanks for watching. Super Bowl. We also have 12,000 subs coming right around the bend. We're at 10,200. We're going to give away 2 tickets to anybody to any game they want. NBA, NFL, college basketball. It doesn't matter. We can wait until the new season for NFL. Any game you want to go, whenever we get to 12K, we're going to have that giveaway coming up as well. Leaderboard. We had multiple questions this morning about how to become a member for the YouTube channel. Let's do that really quick tutorial. You're going to go to youtube.com. You're going to go to Bears Profit Plays. You're going to search it in. You're going to hit our thing. There's a join button right just to the right of subscribe. You can click that. There's 2 options. You have the Bear Pack for $4.99. That gives you access to YouTube member plays. And then you have the Bear Pack Gold for $7.99 a month. That gives you access to our member plays on YouTube. And it gives you a 1-month membership to our website, bearsprofitplays.com. So if you get the Bear Pack Gold, you save yourself $2 a month. A little bit cheaper if you want to do that. But that is the tutorial for anybody that needed it. We had multiple questions today through email about how to do it, and it wasn't working. But if you want to know, there it is right there. Trey,